back to Wellness Wednesday. Our health experts are with us to answer your wellness questions. So please welcome back today our health educator, Beth Olenchek from Virginia Mason, Dr. Shiv Jayamohan with Evergreen Health, and Dr. Sean Keller from Smiles by Design. Back, everybody. Beth, let's talk with what not to say to our family about nutrition and fitness.
Well, I think when we're talking about wellness and healthy lifestyle with kids, we want to use language that's gentle and affirming and not body judging. You know, kids get an awful lot of that out in the world. So I kind of came up with a language that I use in classes, which is that we want to try to be in balance with our bodies. And some people might be out of balance too small and need to get larger to be healthy, and some people might happen to be out of balance too big and need to get smaller to be healthy. And that conveys the message that we can all get in balance. And I want kids to be accepting of their body on the journey. We don't have to wait till we get to the perfect whatever it is to feel good about ourselves.
So be careful about our language.
Very
around
much
that.
so, yeah.
And sometimes our self-talk is so negative that our, you know, what we say out loud can be very negative as well. Dr. Shiv, let's talk about why surgery isn't always the best option for spinal stenosis, or as I like to call it now, maybe boomer back, now that I know that I have good company.
80% of people eventually are going to have back pain and back problems, and unfortunately what we've learned over the years that surgery isn't always a great option for back pain. It's really a good option for shooting pains down the leg or the arms when nerves are entrapped. But, you know, hoping for a one-stop solution where we operate on our back and our back pain's gone forever, it's unfortunately not that easy.
Well, let's talk about exercising then and ways to stabilize.
Yeah, so really developing a core, strong muscles in our neck and our low back really go a long way in preventing pain. And I tell my patients, you know, go on YouTube, look up core strengthening exercises. In the morning when I get out of the shower, I kind of press my neck against the towel, do some planks, 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the evening.
You're killing
I think
me
it's
here.
going to make a huge difference.
I get out of the shower and go, oh my God, I hope I get to work on time. So you believe in inversion tables, right?
Yeah, you know, I use an inversion table myself. I feel great on it. Sometimes I lock it and do a few crunches and sit-ups. It's great to help decompress the spine. It helps build the core strength.
And just the traction feels good, right? To hang there. Okay, very good. Well, so now we know we've got to get out of the shower and get with it, people. So Dr. Sean, let's talk about self-esteem. What happens to your patients when you see an improvement in the smile, the way that we've seen the photos display?
Well, designing the smile, it's a little tricky in the beginning because most people don't even know how to smile their biggest yet.
Right.
They're used to hiding it. And in their job, in their family, in their relationships, if you're ashamed of your smile, you've got this kind of little smile that you do, or they just kind of have a solemn face and their personality isn't showing. We find when people get their smile done and finally over the next few months as they learn to smile again properly, a lot of times their interviews go better, they move up in their company, their relationships are better, the people around them start to see who the real them is.
Right, because they're not trying to hold something in. But there's, beyond the cosmetic, a connection between your oral health and the rest of the body.
Well, yeah, if your teeth, just like any other part of your body, if there's any kind of infection there, it's affecting every organ, every system in your body. In particular, your heart and your kidneys. Cardiologists are sending people to us to make sure that they've got all their infection taken care of before they operate because of the adverse effects.
Yes, that's right. They do always mention dental health when you're talking about surgery. And so what's the maintenance and repair once you have these babies in there? What happens?
Once you've got your set of teeth with the 4 implants, it's mainly water picking it twice a day from both sides. And that's about it. The implants, if you take good care of them, 98% of them should last a lifetime. The bridge itself, we have some different materials. The zirconia one, like cubic zirconia, like you could shoot through a doorknob with that and it's still going to last forever.
Okay, well those should last for a while. And let's go back to the spinal stenosis problem for a minute, not just because I think I have diagnosed myself, but if it goes untreated, what can happen?
Yeah, so, you know, the pains can certainly get worse, but of course with exercise they could also get better. Really, I get concerned when the pain gets so bad that people aren't able to function, the weakness gets so bad when they can't walk, or if it starts affecting their ability to go to the bathroom, if they're having accidents or become numb in their pants. That's a really big problem. That's actually an emergency that we need to take care of right away.
Okay, and then when you You mentioned going to YouTube for exercises. Is
Yeah.
there a role for a physical therapist, for somebody to kind of
Absolutely.
lead you through this?
Absolutely. Often the first thing I order for my patients is just sessions with a physical therapist. I think learning about posture, learning the exercises, having someone really direct you and create a schedule for you is a great first step in helping getting good spine health.
Okay. Beth, one more question about health for the family. Family control dynamics is a phrase
Yeah.
I've heard. What does that mean, and what do we need to know about it?
That's a big issue that we address in the classes in NFL class.
Which is, again, not football, but
right, nutrition and fitness for life. That's a really important issue because I could teach families hours and hours and hours of information, and it's not going to help them get to their goals if there's a power imbalance in the family where either kids feel that the parents are being too strict or maybe there's not enough control at all, and so we need to kind of get that balance right so that everybody's feeling good about working on their goals, and kids are learning to be independent choice makers, not having everything done for them, learning to do it themselves, but again, not needing to push back with resistance. Or
how many people are in a class?
the whole family is welcome, and so it's groups.
So it's groups of people, so then there's an opportunity to kind of swap ideas about how this
Absolutely.
works
I think
and to
that's-
learn from other families, which I think is always kind of cool to
I
see
think that's
how
one
they
of
do
the
it.
one of the most beneficial things that we do is families sharing, and kids see that they're not alone in struggling, and so do
Right.
parents.
That's-
and
yeah.
we all talk together.
Maybe that's the message for today. We're not
Yeah.
alone in any of these problems.
Absolutely.
We
I'm
can-
not perfect. I don't know anyone who is.
Yeah,
So
me-
let's just learn to be healthy together.
I love it. Thank you all. Really
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Oh,
We'll be
thank
back
you.
after this.